It's just hurtful.
We got DDG claims that Halle Bailey is not allowing him to see his son. So this fairy tale relationship of this internet streamer, this YouTube star rapper, this man who is moonwalking through Calabasas in The Little Mermaid has gone left. Co-host, what happened?
Man, right now we gonna play the video of the baby Halo. Also, we're gonna play the video of the baby Halo.
They interviewed the baby?
Listen here, man. It's getting deep, man. It's getting real deep. We need all the answers we can get. We got
You ain't got the answers, Sway.
we got Halo talk. We got Halo not talk. We got Halo recognizes his mama. Then we got DDG crying and also dropping a diss song to Haley.
He dropped the whole song. I mean, how you gonna diss Little Mermaid? But let's go ahead and play the clip, and then we'll give you our thoughts on what's going on.
When you acting better, I understand.
Mama.
Waking up every day, working, dealing with this shit on the same breath, nobody will really know. And she got this golden image that I've also protected, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm a real. But this is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple. And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like today, I wasn't even gonna take him out because he's sick. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs. Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take my son, go hang out downstairs. Whoop, I'm getting kicked out. No, like it's conversations where it's like the that's said to me is so if you heard it, it's on some leave us alone type. I'm like, bro, now if y'all don't see me with my son every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'ma number it. Let's see. I know she gonna let me see my son now. This is the only way. Behind closed doors, I have not been able to see my son. Only if we on perfect terms and she around is cool. But if we not, I don't get to see him. I don't care to do girl content, whatever the f. That has nothing to do with anything that's work. That has nothing to do with me wanting to be around my son, like whatsoever. I don't give a fuck who she fucking, who she talk to, who her is, who she fucking filming movies with. I don't give a fuck. I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. And when that's taken from me, she know that's the only way I get frustrated. That's the only way she can get under my skin because I don't care what she does. We haven't been together.
That's why I'm not posting. Me and Halo are very sick. We have RSV and we do not feel good at all. So sorry I haven't been posting snaps, but I've just been using all my energy to take care of my baby and myself. Yeah, any mommies have any tips for this cold? We both have fevers on and off. We went to the doctor yesterday. She gave us medicine. She just told us to rest, lots of fluids and everything. But any other tips would be welcome and needed. I love you guys.
Waking up every day, working, dealing with this shit on the same breath, nobody will really know. And she got this golden image that I've also protected, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna keep doing that because I'm a real. But this is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple. And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like today, I wasn't even gonna take him out because he's sick. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs. Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take my son, go hang out downstairs. Whoop, I'm getting kicked out. No, like it's conversations where it's like the that's said to me is so if you heard it, it's on some leave us alone type. I'm like, bro,
don't take my son, cause he all I got. I'm just having fun. I don't love these thoughts. You told me that you gon' move on, but I know you not trying to make me pay.
And you see right there, man, every time when they were together, it was never a problem. It was never a problem when to put the baby on camera. But as soon as DDG was done with Haley, she was like, "Nah, man, you can't have my baby on camera. You out here with these thoughts. You out here with Kaisa Nat doing these videos. You out here with cooking with Kaya. You doing all this extra stuff. You doing all this girl content, and I ain't with
But
it.
she's in movies with dudes. He's not tripping.
That's a job.
That's what his job's YouTube.
I mean,
That's what he's saying. It's content.
that's what they. Oh, really?
Content.
It's really. I'm just
So you
helping.
tell him
helping my
sometimes when they're hanging out with shawties, it's for content.
oh,
It's not because he
really?
wants to.
It's for
It's because the
content.
job requires it.
Oh, really? So you on that whole little meat type stuff? You know, this is my cousin. I can't put the groceries.
Can't help my cousin with the groceries.
You disrespectful. Nah, you
Can't be
di-
there for your family, man.
Nah, you disrespectful. But I mean, at one, I was feeling just like you was at first when I first heard this. But I talked to a couple of people that were parents, and they was like, "Oh, you gonna know it's gonna change when you have a kid. It's gonna be like boundaries. You gotta set boundaries." And that's like one thing I like boiling my bubbles. Like if I'm used to always getting my kid,
Boils
when
your
I get my
bubbles.
kid, if I want to wake up at 10 in the morning or 6 in the morning and want to play with my son or daughter, I should be able to drive the house and play with my son or daughter. But
It don't
no,
work like that.
that's whack.
Because they
I've been
got
doing it
they
before.
got their own life. You gotta like if they're in they're in different households.
Hmm.
Like you gotta coordinate. You can't just be popping up.
You ain't doing nothing, no way.
Nah, you know how that goes. I mean that's why
Bitch.
they have rules, and that's why you gotta watch like who you have a kid with.
Mm,
Because you have a kid with the wrong person, and you know that they're a hateful, spiteful person. They're gonna do nothing but make it miserable.
exactly. They're gonna start taking your kid away every time you do something that they don't like you doing.
It's I mean we've literally seen like we personally know people where it's like it's so messed up where they can't even do the kid exchange. Like they have to have like a parent or grandparent exchange the kids because like the parents can't see each other. That's how much beef there is.
That's true.
So I mean, and that's just regular people. So I couldn't imagine when both parents are celebrities.
True, and I mean a lot of people are saying like, why don't DDG just go to the court? Like go to court, get it done. Go to court.
Who's
That way
ain't
you
gonna
get the
side with
visitation.
him?
Yeah, I mean that's what they're saying. They ain't gonna side with him. You see what they doing to Tory Lanez, man? We're gonna talk about that topic
It's
later
because
on
he's
today.
Canadian.
True, but I mean like
Canadians are easy
but
targets.
he's from Detroit, Michigan, Pontiac. But
Also, explains a lot.
But I mean, like they're saying like, oh yeah, you know how like Tory Lanez took that L, and like if you go to court, you ain't going against no regular Joe Small lawyers. This ain't no public defenders. These is Disney Channel lawyers, and they.
She got that Disney money. You're not gonna overcome that.
I mean, he makes more money than her, but when Disney
Does he though?
Yeah, net worth wise.
Did she not make more money with Little Mermaid than he
No.
made in his whole career?
No, not net worth. Look at
I mean, did she not get like royalties
I mean, not enough.
off the merch?
Not enough to cover all that.
I don't know, man.
Look
if
it up.
if you're like the number one character in a Disney movie and they're making, like dolls and Barbies and all kinds of stuff for all the kids, and then you get royalties off the movie, you should be making bank. And I think that'd be way more than whatever Moonwalking Through Calabasas is bringing. I mean, way more than whatever Blueface features paying.
True. I mean, they said her net worth is $3 million.
What?
Yeah, that's.
I
and
thought she would at
and
least.
DDG's 8.
I thought she would be at least 20.
No, fool. That's Disney money. That's they money. They just using you. They just needed a blackface. DEI, man. DEI. It's the only reason why that Little Mermaid movie
I
happened.
only know DIY.
Do it yourself.
Yeah.
Or you don't do nothing yourself. Nah, but I mean that's the only reason why they hired her because of that. And she ain't getting no money. Like I said, she got that much. She got his net worth is $8 million. So he's worth two.
That's
three
all from
times.
thought videos. Those 1 vs 20s.
It don't matter. When he was paying the bills, when y'all was together, you ain't had no problem when he had the camera all in everybody's face. You could have
Yeah.
been sick, the baby could have been sick. Now you like, oh, I got RSV, all this stuff. Like DDG
What is that?
Like it's a respiratory virus, and like it's contagious. But I mean, like it don't matter. Like DDG said, he don't mind catching the cold and everything like that.
Oh, DDG has it?
No, the kid has it. The
Oh, the
kid and
kid.
Haley, when Haley was doing the video like this,
Yeah.
she was basically sick. And then she was like, yeah, DDG want to put the camera. Everybody's like, oh yeah, DDG want to take the sick baby and put the camera in his face. And like, he like, nah, I don't want to do that. Like, I just want to go downstairs, hold my baby, whatever. Cause like, I don't care if I get sick. Cause if we was together, if I wasn't sick and y'all two was sick, I would have got sick by default.
Yeah.
Because
No,
you
but
there around,
I
you
mean,
around regardless.
that's the thing. If they're feuding, if they're not seeing eye to eye, that's what she's gonna paint it.
That's whack.
He's just saying that he wants to spend time with his child, where she's gonna paint it. He's gonna try to be a YouTube star. I'm not trying to have all these cameras in my face. My son has a medical condition. We don't need all these random people being around him and getting him sick. It's just a bad environment with his dad. Even though it seems like he's trying to actually go to her place and even spend time with him downstairs while
He's
she's
trying every way
upstairs.
possible.
Any way possible. So it just seems a little unfair how she's treating him.
That's-
But that's why I say, man, you got to watch who you have a kid with, because you get a vengeful woman.
True.
I mean, even if you're not married to a woman or don't have a kid with a woman, some women could be real mean and real vengeful. I could imagine if you have a kid with a woman and it don't work, and she like wants to hold that against you or not let you see your child. That oof. I mean, I'm glad I dodged the bullet.
Fat. I mean, hey,
You have a kid
high
with
five.
a
What, you gonna leave me hanging?
yes,
That's messed up.
no love.
That's messed up, man. Nah, but I mean, you made me figure it out in this. That's messed up. You can't get a high five. It was supposed to be
I'm
close.
too emotionally scarred. It took me back to a place I didn't want to go. DDG's trauma made me relive my own trauma.
I mean, yeah,
And I didn't want to go back.
it definitely make you. It definitely makes people relive their trauma. But I mean, it is definitely messed up. You may mess up if I forgot for real. Yeah, but it is definitely messed up. But I mean, it does make sense. Like you got boundaries. Like I mean, I understand you used to being able to pop up and come as you please, do as you want. But you gotta put in the boundaries, even though you hate it. Oh yeah, that's what I'm finna say. Oh yeah. So even though he's sick and he was like, oh yeah, I can get the baby, I take him downstairs. People were like, oh yeah, that's not what you're supposed to say. What you're supposed to say is, oh, let me bring you something. Like, I'm going to take care of both of y'all.
Nah.
That's what they say you're supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of them, her and the kid. So that way, it's like, she's like, oh, she going to let you do
She
that.
wants to get buttered up so he can see his child. That's disrespect.
That's what listen.
She's he got to bring a Prada bag to go see his son. Oh, I happened to see this and it was in your size. And like, it's a purse.
Okay, you can see your son. Like, oh, all right.
No.
What if I get this? He's like, it don't matter.
That's a tax. See your son tax? No, that ain't cool.
I mean, that's how it is. You got to bring her some honey, some tea, some
know-
Starbucks. It's only $2.
You know what
can't bring her $2
Instagram
tea.
stories that I shamefully like?
What?
The ones where it talks about people where they're split up or have a kid with someone, and it's like when you bring your kid a Happy Meal but not the other kids, and it shows it shows like the dad with his son like doing a little dance and then like dabbing or dabbing, and then you could hear the other kids crying in the background.
I didn't talk about that. I know exactly what you're talking about. Those videos are
when you only bring your kid the Happy Meal.
You are a horrible future father.
I'm glad that I never had a kid randomly, because like I would definitely be like the other kids ain't my kids.
True.
only my kid gets a Happy Meal.
But on a serious tip, it's kind of messed up how the only way that you can win this whole system with the whole like bitter baby mama or baby mama situation
Is to go back to her.
No, it's either go back to her, take that, or go to put yourself on child support. Like, it's the only way. Because
I mean, yeah, if you want it regulated where you're not gonna get
effed over.
S end of the stick, you got to go through the court system. You got to get it outlined, what you can do, what's exactly your time, what's your expected time. And then, they even have it where you like have a thing set up with a caseworker.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they can really outline the whole thing depending on how toxic the relationship is. Like, I've even seen like where they will only allow them to talk to each other through an app. So literally every conversation is documented. So if one person goes off the rails, they literally have, the sheet of all their language and everything that they said. So, it forces people to be respectful and, really think about what they're saying. So it's crazy how involved sometimes the government gets with families.
And it just sucks how, like, when you talk to a girl and you like, oh yeah, you talk about it, like you talk about a prenup or anything.
Oh my God.
You talk about a prenup or anything, and they're like, oh, why you already thinking about the negative? Why you thinking about the negative? But it's like, did you hear the Eddie Curry story?
I was thinking about another meme.
All right.
And it's like when you're hanging out with the single mom and the little man's looking at you and then just like turn him over. He's like, what are you doing to my mom?
Disrespectful. Nah, but did you hear the Eddie Curry story about the child support situation?
Well, no, I don't
About
remember.
how Eddie Curry had a kid with this lady, and then he took care of the kid. He gave her money. Gave her money, did all the stuff for her. And then, like, once the kid, like, turned 18, years old. She the mom went to the courts and went for child support, and then the judge made him pay all that in back 18 years in back
Oh, that's
taxes.
cold blooded, man.
And they said it was all, and he was like, he showed proof that he did all this stuff for her. Like, I paid all this money for the kid. I did this for the kid, this for the kid. I had pictures, and he was like, oh, it's
That's
written
why
up
it's
as a
better to
gift.
put yourself on child support, so you're not out here looking.
Stupid. But it's like the whole prenup thing. Like when you do ask for a prenup, now we ask for a prenup. I talk about divorces early with the girl. They be like, oh, why you thinking about the negative and all this stuff? It's like,
It's
but
like,
you
nah,
got
I'm
to.
protecting myself. You almost like when you get to a certain level of fame, you're like, I'm almost like an enterprise myself. I'm like a company, and I got to protect my assets. So I'm not going to sign myself to a contract where literally at the whim at any time, if you just decide on a random Tuesday that you don't want to hang out with me anymore, you get half of everything I worked for in my life. Nah, we're not doing that.
Well, like,
Especially if I own companies or have all kinds of, business ventures with my name on it. No, 100% we're not doing that. And it's like, you know what you're doing. So you're not going to jump on this gravy train and then jump off with half the coins. You're either going to jump on, and if you leave with what you came with.
and then you know how it is with like
I understand why that's so hard.
and I watch a lot of like YouTube cases where they do like child support cases and all that stuff, and like it always turns like it's real hard for the man to prove that he should either lower his child support amount that he has to pay, or at least win child support, because you got to show that the mom is a dirtbag. The mom has to be so low in order for you to get your kid and be a solo.
Oh yeah. I mean, they always go with the
You
mom.
got to show like you're an unfair parent, and but then like
a Disney princess is not going down as an unfit parent.
exactly, and then on top of that, like you know how and like the way the world is set up, and the way like the patriarchy, however you want to say it, is set up. Like if you the dude, you supposed to be like the person taking care of everything. You paying for the rent, you paying the bills and all that stuff. So you got to work more hours. You the whole 40, like you working 40 hours, you working more than that. So if you working more than 40 hours and then she takes you to like the child support court, the first thing she's gonna say is, well, how can you take care of the kid? He's always working. But it's like, no, duh, I'm always working. I'm working because
I have to pay child support.
I gotta pay. No, I'm working because like just before you're on child support, I'm working to take care of the bills. I'm working because you want to be a stay-at-home mom, because you ain't wanna work. You wanna be home and take care of the kid or do something like that. So I gotta work extra hours, but then they use that against you. And then like now you're looking like the judge.
I mean,
well, how
yeah,
can
I
you
mean,
do it?
it's crazy because it's like, if you're not providing enough, they're gonna drop you. Or if you're going like to be overly provider, but you're working crazy hours, it's like you chose your career over me and you abandoned the family. So you literally got to find that
See what they did with Jello?
that happy medium.
Remember
Who did with J-Lo?
Jello Ball?
Leangelo?
D'Angelo Ball and and Miss Nikki baby. How
Yeah, what about it?
how she was like, oh yeah, you left the family and all that. You left me and like she's like, you left me, abandoned me in the family as soon as you got your record deal.
Yeah. Well, he did. Can't even defend my dog on that one. I wish I could. But he 100% did that. Did that at 4K. He's hanging out with Glorilla next week.
Hey, they say he 3 for 3. You believe it?
3 for 3.
It's tracks.
What, are they counting the remixes too?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess. The remix was good. Lil Wayne did a little overboard, but it was all right. I still like the original better, the Tweaker original, than the remix. But what's the song with Glorilla called? Please? Or
Yeah, can you please? Something
Can You
like that.
Please? Yeah, it's decent.
Exactly. But y'all comment down
Made it a little weird
comment
one
down
part.
below how y'all feel about this whole DDG and Halle situation. Do you feel like he just has to get used to boundaries? I mean, like, even though it hurts, it sucks. Like,
You just got to get used to taking L's, dog. You're not going to win against the Disney princess. Just take that L. Put yourself on child support if you want everything documented so you can't, be set up for failure down the road. And, get it, like, all through the law.
wait, before we move on, quick question. If the judge sets my child support at whatever amount it is, 200, 400, 1,000, 1,000 a band, right? Let's say your child support like $800 a month. You pay $800 a month. You pay the child support, but the kid needs something extra. Are you paying extra? Are you going? Are you only gonna pay that 800? Like I paid my 800. Like I was supposed to. They said the court said pay 800.
Well, I mean, I think
Anything
if
else is over.
him being the celebrity, that they're gonna put a good percentage. they're gonna look at his income and see like what percentage of income do they normally ask for the father to kind of fork over to support. So I think that he'll be given a regular amount, and I think if it's ruled that, then you just pay that. Now, if it's anything you want to do on your own, like, oh, the kid's schooling's coming up and we're gonna have him in private school, I'm just gonna pay that. He might do that, or certain things like that.
It's like that as a gift. It doesn't do anything. Like,
yeah, it's just doing it because he wants to do it for his child. But
if you don't do it, should you be looked down upon?
If you literally just pay, I mean, yeah,
you should, for real. So,
yeah, because as far as I look at it,
the government said what the government said.
If you got to pay, whatever it is, if it's $200 or $800 a month, whatever you got to pay, if it's like your child's birthday month, you think you're going to get them gift, or you're going to be like, oh, I paid my child support this month. The mom needs to handle the gift.
You should have an $800 gift.
See, this is why this guy's banned from fatherhood. This is why they held him down and snipped him. They knew what type of father he was going to be. They said, no, not today.
Saying.
You're not going to pass on
Emotional damage
to the community. We got to break these chains.
Why do I feel like this whole little stream deck board is for me? It's responsible for all the things that I say.
'Cause it is. No, I don't have a good one right now.
Horrible. But yeah, like I said before, comment down below how you feel about this whole situation. And answer my question too. If the judge sets the child support at $700, you pay your $700 at that month, whenever it is, and the kid needs extra for something else, football practice, football equipment, school, whatever. Are you paying?
I tell you what, you better do it before the dad that steps up does it,
What
and he
that supposed to
becomes the
mean?
new hero, the new man in the life.
I-
Because watch, you over here paying your 500, 800. And then they're like, oh, he needs money. He's trying to play Pop Warner, and he needs $1,000 to be on the football team. And he's like, nah, I already paid that. But then watch, the dad that stepped up comes in and pays it. And now he's got a new favorite dad. It's not even his real dad. It's the stepdad. You got to watch. You leave yourself open. Leave yourself open to get replaced.
That's why I'm starting dating white girls. White girls don't disrespect you like that. Shout out to my
Everyone
bunnies.
flamed him down in the
Shout out
comment
to my
section.
snow bunnies. What?
All of our viewers just
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
they just fell down to their knees.
I can't shout out my snow bunnies.
No,
Disrespectful.
we ain't skiing no slopes over here.
Man, moving on to the next topic, man. Talking